been in Chile now since 2005. Been on the field since 2003 in language school, and then off to Chile. Started the first church there in 2005 in Santiago. Santiago is the capital city, a city of about 7 million people, and squeezed into a small area. There's an average of about 17 houses per acre, so you got a lot of people living very close by. And since I was sharing with some of the people in the first hour, since it's a pedestrian society, you really need a local church for every area. Most people walk wherever they're going, or they'll take public transportation, but it's not very cheap, so they use that whenever it's a necessity. And so if you have a church here, you go 2 miles down the road, well, there's a whole nother section of 50,000 people that need to be reached just 2 miles that way, and 2 miles that way, and 2 miles that way, and that way. And really, every little bit we need another church that's preaching the gospel. Because if you can imagine, when we started the first church, we set a goal of trying to deliver evangelistic materials to 10,000 homes, but not going down to the local post office and going door to door, not knocking on the door at that particular case, but we decided we're going to do this in a week. We're going to go to 10,000 homes and deliver, some gospel literature. But 10,000, that's a big number. As a young missionary, it sounded like a great idea. But then when we started walking after first day, it's like, okay, we're going triple socks to cover up the blisters because we're back out. We got to get this thing done. And but all that within a 15-minute walk of the church, about 10 to 12,000 houses squeezed into a small area. So it's a great opportunity working there in a big city like Santiago. But if we had one church for every 50,000 people, we would need about 150 churches with today's population just in that city. And so God allowed us to start the first one back in 2005. In 2008, he called a few men to preach. We started preparing them for the ministry. And what was one church with 3 young men back in 2000 or in the mid-2000s, God is blessed, and today there's over 50 that are preparing for the ministry between men and women. And also the 10th church of the team was started just 2 weeks ago with the missionary here of the church, Daniel Sparks, leading that church plan, and we're excited about what God's doing there and looking forward to hearing how God is blessed at that church this morning. Actually got a text message just a few minutes ago from the church that we're working at there in Chile, Iglesia Bautista Libertad, Liberty Baptist Church. They're 2 hours ahead there in Chile, and so they were just wrapping up their service, and they were sending me an update, and one lady was saved this morning, 7 first-time visitors, and so praise the Lord. It's exciting to see what God is doing there in Chile. So